Something that I really wish I would have known, though, at the beginning of my pregnancy, before the nausea hit, before the exhaustion hit, before my body started hurting in places that I didn't even know it could hurt or stretch, or, the things that you feel when you're pregnant. I really wish I would have taken to heart the advice of listening to your body. I am super happy and excited and grateful to finally be welcoming you back to the Rarely Perfect podcast. It has been way too long. I took a long break, longer than I thought I was going to take. I was only planning on taking like a month and a half break after my first couple of episodes because I was very lost and very confused about this whole podcast journey. I didn't know anything really about it, and I was still learning, and I was going to take that time to kind of focus on myself and to kind of really regroup and kind of refocus what I want to center this podcast on and what I kind of want it to be about and what kind of community I want to build. But then I got pregnant. So that was a journey within itself. And obviously that's been the main reason why I've been gone and haven't really come back, because I haven't really been feeling my greatest. And so I kind of wanted to just take this time to explain why I've been gone for so long and kind of what I've learned throughout my pregnancy journey, as well as just my journey with this and with womanhood in general. So hopefully you can relate to this and some of the things that I've learned. I hope it helps you. It definitely has been a struggle bus for me, but I am grateful that I had the experiences that I did, because now I can share them with you, which is amazing. So anyways, without further ado, let's just get right into it. One thing that I really do want to talk about, though, is why I disappeared in the first place. I was very insecure. I know my first couple of episodes, they weren't half horrible. I mean, they weren't half bad, but I've never done a podcast before. I've never really been in front of a camera where I've posted religiously and very consistently, and so this is all very new to me, and I don't know how to really talk with a camera in a way that doesn't look unnatural, if that makes sense. But I feel like I've gotten the hang of it more. Sorry, this is really bugging me. Anyways, sorry, I just moved a blanket because it was driving me nuts. But anyways, I was really insecure, and a lot of the unknown really got to me, which is really silly and really stupid, because I really shouldn't care. No one should really care what other people think, but I was caring a lot, actually. And so I was like, okay, I'm just going to take a break, regroup, and then when I'm feeling like it, I'm going to get back to it. That was the stupidest decision of my life. I should have just kept going with it. If I would have kept going with it, it would have been a different story. But then when I got pregnant, that kind of changed a lot, because when I first found out that I was pregnant, I was like, oh my goodness, like, we're so back. I'm going to, be able to start all these like mommy podcasts and mommy prep podcasts and different episodes and different reels and things on my social media, and kind of really, get into that. But then first trimester, nausea hit really hard. It hit me so hard. And I'm not saying that to scare anybody out of pregnancy or to, bring negative vibes. That's just what I was experiencing during pregnancy. And so I didn't have the energy or the strength or the ability to record and sit and record episodes for long periods of time until now, which is kind of crazy. I'm in my third trimester and I finally have a little bit more energy. I definitely had more energy around like 20 weeks pregnant, but anyways, that's besides the point. Something that I really wish I would have known, though, at the beginning of my pregnancy, before the nausea hit, before the exhaustion hit, before my body started hurting in places that I didn't even know it could hurt or stretch, or the things that you feel when you're pregnant. I really wish I would have taken to heart the advice of listening to your body, because for me, I'm a pretty naturally go person until this pregnancy hit me, and then I fell into a little bit of prenatal depression, I feel like, because I was so blindsided by all of these symptoms that I was experiencing and all these sensations that I was feeling that I hadn't ever felt before, and I didn't know what to do with them. And everything that I was doing to try and combat them and to really try and, deal with the different discomforts that I was feeling, they weren't working. And in the end, it was just making me more and more exhausted and making me more anxious and just frustrated that I wasn't feeling any better, because I was trying to move faster than my body needed or was requesting or telling me to move, if that makes sense. But I feel like listening to our body is something that us as women have a really hard time doing. Maybe not so much anymore, because a lot of the girls are into different health and wellness practices and things, but I feel like naturally us as women are very go, go, go. We're on thinking about the next thing. We're constantly focusing on, okay, once I get this task done, then I've got X, Y, and Z to do right after, which is so exhausting. Like, especially moms, so exhausting. You're focusing on, your kids' soccer practices and the different meals you have to cook for them and your husband and yourself, and like, when are you gonna fit, I don't know, you time in the middle of that? Like, you're planning out every single little thing and your mind's constantly racing. And so listening to ourselves and what we need and taking that time to slow down and to listen to our bodies on when to slow down is really hard for us, because our minds are constantly go, 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 but it is so important. It is so important to take that time to just slow down. Anyways, taking all of this into consideration, I guess one thing to kind of cap it all together is you need balance. I mean, you need balance in your life. You need balance between your mental, emotional, your physical, and your spiritual well-being. Because if one thing is out of whack, you start kind of feeling a little crazy in the head. You start feeling overwhelmed, stressed, and like you're going crazy, and like nothing you're doing is, going the way you want it to, if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes any sense at all. That's just what I experience, at least. Once everything starts falling apart, I know, okay, something is out of the loop. Something is not in alignment. I need to figure out what it is. And so when I was taking a break, and when I was experiencing first trimester, and when I was experiencing beginning of second trimester as well, I lacked balance, and I was in a spot where I was very off kilter. Is that the word you would use for that? I don't know. I was just very out of whack, and honestly, I wish I would have taken the time to take care of myself a little bit more than I was. And I just recently started doing that, because I finally started feeling better, which is crazy because I'm in third trimester, and it's crazy that it took that long for me to kind of start feeling like, okay, like I can do this. And some things that I think that really helped me was movement. Movement really helped me, and skincare, and implementing habits and routines and different things to really regain my mind, my mental wellness, and really be more intact. But something else that I think is really important to be able to make sure that your mental and emotional and physical and spiritual well-being are all in, they're all connected and in good standing with each other and very balanced, is your mind to body connection. Because you really need to listen to your body, especially in pregnancy, and especially during our phases as women, like during your periods, during your monthly cycles. You need to be aware of what your body needs, because if you're not aware of what your mind and your body needs, chances are you're going to feel even more like crap than you did before. And so something that I think is really important to be able to help us have that mind to body connection, so that we can really, react in the ways that we need, resting when we need it, eating when we need it, getting the proper nutrients. Okay. I'm not going to talk about how much you should eat, but you should definitely be keeping yourself nourished, well nourished. That's what I was trying to say. But you just need to be listening to your body and what it needs, because chances are your body's communicating with you, you just don't want to hear it. Sorry, not sorry. That's what has happened with me. Something that has really helped me kind of regain my mind to body connection and really learn how to connect mind and body together so that I can understand myself better, as well as understand my body's overall, well-being needs with, nourishment, physical activity, my mental health, my spiritual health. One thing that has kind of helped me to really train myself into understanding my body and what it needs is yoga. When I was on my mission, my trainee actually introduced me to this guy named Travis Kelsey. Sorry, that took so long to say his name, but Travis Kelsey. And he takes a minute to kind of get used to, like, his voice is a little bit not what you would usually want to hear. Anyways, you can look him up on YouTube. He has great videos, but his empowered series that he did, it's like a 30-day empowered series where you show up every single day, and it's, kind of a lot. It's like a 30-day hard challenge, but yoga style. It really changed me. I mean, I was really more open to listening to my body and focusing on, the present, and just really connecting with everything going on in the now. And that's not something that I did very often on my mission, and just like in life in general. Like I said before, we're constantly as women thinking about the next thing in line after we finish a task, or thinking about how we can multitask and do multiple things at one time. But honestly, that series, it really opened my eyes to seeing myself and really seeing what I could do to really be in tune with my body and what it needed. And after doing this series, I was able to be more aware of, my nutritional habits, and I was making better choices with what I was putting into my body. I was also making better choices with how I was moving my body, and I was also taking time to really reset my nervous system and really take time to, heal my spiritual and mental health, because we all need that sometimes. And in the moment, I really needed it. And so anyways, it really opened my eyes to really understanding my body and understanding the sensations and the different feelings that I was feeling. Anyway, sorry to get on that little soapbox, but I literally cannot recommend Travis Kelsey enough. He has such great wisdom and knowledge in yoga, and just going through you don't have to believe in yoga to do yoga. It's definitely weird if you've never done yoga before. Like, I never did yoga before, but I actually really enjoyed it, and I went into it with an open mind, and it was really beneficial for me. So anyways, Travis Kelsey, everyone. He's on YouTube, and he's great. But yoga led me into Pilates, actually. And I actually fell in love with mat Pilates. I've never tried reformer Pilates, but I really, when I'm done with this pregnancy, I would really love to try reformer Pilates. It's just a lot of money. Pilates is very similar, I feel like, to yoga, except for it's more, instead of like spiritual, if that makes sense, like spirit-led, chakra alignment, whatever you want to call it, focused, I guess. It's like power mama focused. That's what I view Pilates as. Pilates is like, yeah, you're a power woman, you've got it together, you're taking care of yourself. I mean, your life may be falling apart everywhere else, but at least like you're here taking care of yourself so that you can deal with the disaster that is going on in your life. But yeah, you can just learn, I don't know, with Pilates, you can just learn so much. And one thing that I really like about power yoga and Pilates is the discipline that it requires from you, because if you're not focused on the movements that you're going through as you're doing them and your mind's wandering elsewhere, you're going to fall out of whatever pose, movement that you're doing, and you're not going to get the same benefit out of it. So you're not going to feel the muscles contract in the way that you need them to when you're doing Pilates and your mind is elsewhere. It literally makes you focus on the present. And so I want to invite you to do something for yourself every single day. For me, that looks like morning movement / exercise. Now that I'm pregnant, exercise looks a little bit different. And then skincare has been really nice for me to do at night. It's my way of unwinding, but take time for yourself every single day, at least once or twice a day, morning and night, to do something for yourself to help you start the day right and to end the day right, so that you are refreshed every single day and able to feel a little bit better every single day and be able to accomplish what you want to. Thank you guys so much for sticking around to the end of this episode. I really hope that you guys learned something and that my thoughts made sense, especially since I'm pregnant and scatterbrained. But I'm just so grateful to be back and recording this podcast. If you have anything you'd like to hear from me in the future, please leave them in the comments or DM me on Instagram at RayleighPerfectPod. I'll leave the Instagram handle down below so you can find me. And I hope you guys have an amazing week. I cannot wait to talk to you guys next week. Love you guys so much. Bye.